I'll start with the most recent story of my life. Actually, no. First, second, and third. First most recent story of my life is this Bloody Mary I made. It's very good. The one before that, well, you might have heard some screaming coming from the bathroom. Yeah, I'm talking about a centipede, like Nature Channel centipede. Well, that came out of the drain as soon as I turned the shower on. I did get engaged. That was the third most recent story. Anna Himmelfarb Applefield.
My name is Anna Himmelfarb Applefield.
That's who I'm engaged to.
The Himmelfarb means sky color in German.
Himmelfarb means sky color, according to Anna Himmelfarb Applefield, in German. We met each other in 2007, April, just over 3 years ago, Saratoga Springs, New York.
So I met Matt right about a month before I was going to graduate from college.
So my friends and I decided to go out, and because we didn't know anybody, we went to Skidmore College. It was the beginning of the year. It's a very small college, but it's the beginning of the year, so we were able to pull off the, oh yeah, we're students here. I study architecture. Oh, am I in class with, no, I don't think I'm in that section. There's only one section? I don't know. So yeah, our covers never lasted very long. We crashed this party. It was a Flava Flav party. Everyone was wearing big clocks. Didn't know anybody. We got in the door. We were like, oh, you know, blah, blah, blah. All of a sudden we're there. Campus police show up and bust up this party, and the kids scatter. And we run too, even though we're of age, because it's just what you do when the police come to your party. I mean, we used to be in college, and we used to not be of age, and maybe we forgot. So we ran out the back of this house onto a quad or something, and there was another party. So we ran over to that party. And this party was a party of the Asian Club.
And I had a friend, Kim, who was like really outgoing and crazy, and she was like always meeting new people.
And at the door was this little Asian girl. Her name was Kim. And I met Kim. I'm like, hi Kim, blah, blah, blah. We re-meet these girls this many months later. Now it's April, because that original time was in October or September or something like that.
And she, throughout our whole college career, was always introducing me to new people, and I always thought they were weird.
So Kim is like, you've got to go on a date with this girl I know, Anna. I'm going to set you up.
So I wasn't like super excited about meeting like somebody that she wanted to set me up with.
I'm like, okay, sure.
And so she was trying to do this for a long time, like, you know, months even, and I was always like, I'm busy. And then one night I was like, yeah, sure, I'm just going to go, we'll have dinner, it'll be fun. And so we went and picked up Matt, and I really liked him, like right from the beginning.
I go out to dinner with Anna, Kim, and Neha. My roommate, Seebeck, John Seebeck, does not decide to come out. And until later, when he meets all the girls, doesn't know which one's like free or not. And when Anna gets up to the bathroom, he's like, yo, does that one have a boyfriend? And I'm like, yes, shut up, dumb. Something like that. And then Kim and I look at each other and laugh. It wasn't your typical blind date, because it was me and 3 girls. But Anna was pretty cute. Started dating.
He was not shy about like calling me and pursuing me, which made it really easy for me because I never had to like worry about whether he was going to call. Like I knew if he said he was going to call, he was, and he would always be on time to come get me. And like, you know, it was just really nice to meet a guy like that.
And the rest was history.
The way he talks about the submarine is pretty nerdy because like no one can understand it, and he loves to talk about it.
3 years later, I'm at the 110th Navy submarine birthday ball, celebrating the, not surprisingly, 110th anniversary of the submarine force.
Matt was on deployment last year for the sub ball, which is the submarine birthday ball. So in place of going with Matt, I went with the TIFF.
Actually, she was the TIFF's date in San Diego because I was out on deployment.
They have like an etiquette book for the Navy. He had cut a big hole out of it and put a flask inside so that he could sneak a flask into sub ball. And
one time the TIFF got tired of listening to the Admiral's speech and just started screaming, "Submarines!"
He like gets up and he's like, "Go Ohio State! Go Submarine Force!" Like, I forget what the name of his boat is, but he's like cheering for his boat, like cheering for the guys on his boat. And
then the next year, she was in Peru on what I called her deployment. And so I went with L. Tiff, who is Lucy Tiffin, the Tiff's sister. L. Tiff being a very clever double entendre. L, Lucy, L, the. Awesome.
When we were going to sub ball this year, I was like, "All right, Matt, like you can get as drunk as you want, but you're not going to stand up in front of everyone and scream like the Tiff did, and that will at least save me like embarrassment this year." You know what I mean?
I got my captain, who is a pretty fun, like, adventurous guy, to go up and give a rambling speech about nothing so that I could run up and interrupt him, horrifying the crowd because, I mean, there are some pretty senior people there, admirals, captains, you know, whatever, and it's not unheard of for a really drunk junior officer to do something stupid, which sometimes have been jumping in the cake.
And Matt's like, "Oh, ha, ha, like I'm totally gonna get drunk and make a big scene, just like the Tiff did. I have to live up to his reputation." And I was like, "Ha, ha, ha, I'll kill you, like you better not do that."
I ran up there, grabbed the mic from the captain. There was a little gasp going up around the crowd.
And Matt like cuts him off right as he starts to talk.
And so I'm like, all right, my story's going to be short. I showed up in Saratoga, and I got some screams and cheers for Saratoga.
Then he starts talking about us and our relationship and how we met.
And I walked over to Anna. Well, I mean, I did the whole got down on one knee thing, and I had the ring in one hand and the microphone in the other. And I asked her to marry me.
I didn't see it coming at all, so I was just like completely shocked, and I was really, really happy.
Anna stopped breathing for a little while. I was kind of like, oh my God, flustered too.
It's something that I'll always remember, and it was just so dramatic and emotional, and it's nice to share it with all those people.
I mean, I had to do it the way I did it, right? I like an audience.
And he's like, "Yeah, like I realized that you had to say yes because we were in front of all those people." He's like, "Is this really what you want?" You know, and he kind of like did it again.
Of course, afterwards I asked her again because I had to make sure she was going to say yes when there weren't 300 people watching. She did.
And I was like, "Yeah, it is what I want, and I'm really happy." And
so I'm definitely glad. And the next day at work, a lot of people were like, "Hey, Mr. Gore, thanks for showing up everybody else who's ever proposed to anybody ever." So that felt good.
Yeah, and it was wonderful.
Little did I know wedding planning was going to start about 30 minutes later.